guys are ready. Everybody's on? Good afternoon. I am Joshua Berniger, Chief of Police. I have with me today Detective Abby Rivera, Detective Lieutenant Pat Gerard, our Town Manager Mark Ramo, and our Patrol Commander Lieutenant Tim Gavalis. An unimaginable tragedy occurred in our community this past weekend. On Saturday at approximately 3:20 in the afternoon, the Watertown Police and Fire Departments responded to a field at 239 Barnes Road, which is part of the Cussless Farm, for a report of a child entrapped under a farm tractor. Police and fire personnel arrived on scene, at which time it was determined that a young girl, identified as 4-year-old Ellie Cussless of 239 Barnes Road, had become entangled within a slice seeder that was attached to the rear of a farm tractor operated by her father, Andrew Cussless. The tractor was stationary at the time of the incident, although the seeder remained engaged. Ellie was deceased on scene. The exact circumstances of this incident remain under investigation. The Chief Medical Examiner has determined the cause of Ellie's death to be blunt force trauma and certified the death as accidental. As you can imagine, responding to such a horrific and tragic death of an innocent little 4-year-old girl has deeply affected our responding officers and detectives, as well as our dispatchers who answered those 911 calls for help. The Watertown Police Department takes the mental wellness of our personnel very seriously. As such, all Watertown Police Department personnel who were involved in Saturday's tragic incident have participated in a structured critical incident stress debriefing this morning with licensed clinicians, clergy, our department's peer support team, and our comfort dog, Lola. The Town of Watertown's Employee Assistance Program remains at the ready to provide continuing mental health assistance to any of our personnel. As difficult as this tragedy is for our responders, it pales in comparison to the grief and the heartbreak being experienced by the Cussless family. The loss of one's child is the ultimate tragedy. We want the Cussless family to know that the Watertown Police Department, along with the entire Watertown and Oakville community, grieves the loss of Ellie with you. Thank you. At this time, the Town Manager, Mark Ramo, would like to say a few words.
To the Cussless family, please know we share your sadness and pain. The loss of your Ellie is felt by so many. Our hearts and prayers are with you during this devastating time. I've had many inquiries regarding the mental well-being of our first responders and whether or not the town will be facilitating a memorial service or vigil for Ellie and her family. The town typically does not facilitate memorial services, but we will undoubtedly assist in organizing and hosting if a family or community member decides to come forward and make such a request. To our first responders and dispatch, thank you for what you do. This is a difficult tragedy to have been involved in. Please take comfort in knowing that we care about you and that you are supported. Both the police and fire department personnel will be involved in critical incident debriefs, as the chief has said, and I'd like to thank Chief Berniger and Chief Bromley for facilitating these debriefs. Again, to the Cussless family, you are in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
That concludes this conference. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
As far as the machinery goes, the tractor, will outside investigators be brought in to assess if all the safety mechanisms were working properly? Or do you facilitate any of that type of investigative work?
Yeah, Yeah, so we're in the, the infant stages here of the investigation, and if that becomes necessary, it would be done.
Can you tell us if any other agencies are involved at this time, for instance, OSHA or DCF, something like that?
So out of protocol, both DCF and OSHA were advised of the incident. What their involvement will be up to that agency.
And can you tell us how the family's doing at this time?
I can only imagine suffering such a terrible loss like that. I think we all know how they're doing. Thank you.